One thing that I'm really excited about the guys that I got this spring is, their ability to compete. They came out every day and they come out every time to meeting with intent to grow and learn, and that's something that's very valuable in spring ball because you want to put your best foot forward rolling into summer training. So to have that kind of leadership with a young room is, very valuable because these guys authentically want to compete against each other and ultimately be the best individual that they can be to comprise a good group of defensive linemen. Very simply, I want our guys to be able to be equipped with as many tools as possible to win in one-on-one situations. As a defense, we can't always promise a guy to have a free run at the ball carrier. We can't always promise a guy to have a free run at the quarterback. But one thing that we can do as coaches is ultimately give them the tools to win in one-on-one situations. Everybody on the starting defense line right now, Chris Radford, is doing a lot of good things after his freshman year that, you can see his body develop in the weight room, and it's showing on the football field because he's playing a lot stronger. He obviously has a very quick first step, which is important in defense line, and he's able to get into these offense linemen's pads very quickly, which is allowing him to have a lot of success. And now that he's strong, he's able to sustain and be able to disengage on blocks, which is, something that's it's exciting to see. Chase is such a valuable football player for this football program because it goes beyond his playing ability and his relentless effort and everything he brings to the table in terms of on-field play. But he also has a lot of leadership. Him going in his senior year, obviously injured for spring ball, he's actually helped a lot in the coaching aspect of it, which is awesome because you have a guy that's kind of been in my system for about a year, and he understands, what I'm looking for from a drill aspect of it, from a film aspect, and he's helping a lot of these young guys mature a lot faster than he would be on the football field because he's able to spend a little bit more time of coaching these guys up. Well, good things come to those who run to the ball. So, our guys are going to be playing hard. They're going to be playing with relentless effort, and they're also going to be playing with fundamentally sound technique, and that's something that's going to be exciting to watch because I want people in the stands to see, those guys look good when they play. Those guys play hard. Because the passion that those guys bring in the meeting room again and on the football field every day in practice is so valuable for this football team. So I'm excited to see what those guys can do, and the fans can look forward to that.
And Coach Ghobrial is good at that also. He holds people accountable and really lights that fire under everybody for our defense.
Well, we obviously had a lot of junior college athletes that we signed. So for them to come in and understand kind of the culture and style that we've established in 1 year here is something that I'm stressing to the guys. And it's easy when you have a lot of support from the returners that really embody what we try and encompass as a special teams unit, and that's of 4 phases actually: relentless effort, passion, discipline, and extreme toughness. So that's something that I'm always harping on, is creating that style, owning it, and protecting it by all means. And how we do that is by displaying those every day in the meeting room, every day on the field, every day in the classroom, and not picking and choosing when we want to do those things. One thing that I want to get the most out of this spring is getting back to the basics. So when we install a certain unit, we're not taking the full unit in full effect. We're going to break it down to little aspects to where we're really drilling the protection aspect. We're really drilling the coverage aspect. We're really drilling the play entry. All things, and for every unit, we're going to be doing the same thing. So a lot of drill work where they're not necessarily doing full coverage, but getting back to the fundamentals to where, in special teams, when you're out in all that space, that's undeniably some of the hardest stuff that you can do as a football player. So for us to give us the tools to succeed is going to be something big that, I'm going to stress that I want our guys at the end of spring ball to say, hey, I know how to win now in space.
Playing special teams for Coach Ghobrial, period, is just he brings a whole new level of intensity to it, and I love it because nobody's ever stressed that kind of intensity to us in a special teams aspect. Nobody across the country, not everybody does that. And so for Coach Ghobrial to come in and bring that, it makes it fun to play on special teams and not just a boring part. And you can tell by the way we play it and being ranked in the top 10 in the country in a lot of different areas.